Unsigned518, special episode, I guess we would call it. I'm here with Aaron Stokert of the Snorts, Ryan Treen of Man Must Explore, and Chad Flewelling of ERIE. How's it going, gentlemen?
Great to be here, man. Love this podcast.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having us, man.
You're very, very welcome, Chad.
Good to see you again, Andy. Good to see you again, dude.
It's just how it was so weird to be like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Be like, we've been talking. Like,
Yeah.
But anyway, this is a special episode in that it's an episode surrounding one event rather than, focusing on one band. Obviously, we have three bands here. And I guess, Ryan, we'll let you kind of start it off and really tell everybody what we're here for.
Yeah, happy to do so, man. So, I'm here with these guys, and we're putting on a pretty mega show at Empire Underground on April 19th. And it's not just any show. It's actually a benefit show for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. All of the money from the show, from the door, and an extra component I'll talk about, it's also going to help generate some money and bring people together, really, is all going towards cancer patients for leukemia and lymphoma. So we ended up headlining a event last year because LLS does a big Albany event every year with what's called their Visionaries of the Year program. So every year they select a visionary, and it's like somebody in finance or science or whatever, and they raise as much money as possible towards leukemia and lymphoma. Last year, the guy who asked us to do it organized the show, and it was super fun in that we did it at the Italian American Heritage Center, but it was kind of a corporate gig, and you guys in your bands may have had that experience. And nothing against them, it was cool, but they're in suits, and they're all trying to impress each other. They're like, oh, we're very fancy here in our suits. And
we're all wearing suits right now.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing anything right now.
That's true. That's true. Ryan is naked. We're all wearing suits. Yeah.
It's called security.
Now that's
Perhaps
fucking awkward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, they this year's Visionary asked us to do it again. And I was like, okay, we can do that again, but I want to organize everything. I want to get my friends to play. I want to book the venue with my favorite people. And then I want to handle the promotion and put it with all of my homies. So that's kind of my requirement. Also, I wanted to make the tickets cheaper. Last year, they were like $50.
Okay.
And none of our fans could afford that shit because they're all emo people who have can barely put gas in their cars. Yeah, man. And like normal people jobs.
Yeah.
And so this year, I was like, I want to set the ticket price too. So they're 20 online and 15 if you reach out to literally any of us, anybody in our bands, me or Aaron or Chad from ERIE or any of us. We can get you physical tickets for $15, and all the money goes to cancer. And we're really doing it with total freedom from the venue. Mike Valeni from Empire Underground has been such a baller, and that every crazy idea we've had, we're like, can we do this at the show? Can we have these people at the show? He's been like, it's your show. Do whatever you want.
Wow.
And we're like, all right, we're going crazy then.
Let's go.
So we are, man.
So tell me about some of the craziness. And also, at some point, don't let me forget, I need to find out what my involvement is. Because, I am involved, but I'm what, the host?
Yes, you are the host. You are the MC.
Well,
you are the man in the orange hat.
Let's just talk about that now. What are my responsibilities going to be?
It's what you do best, man. You're hyping people up. It's to... well, first of all, this is Aaron's idea to have you, Andy, MC the show.
Nice. Thanks,
we were
man.
like, yeah, we need
Appreciate
somebody who's because there's an extra component to the show. We're doing a silent auction, and we're having a lot of local makers and artists involved who are going to donate stuff, and it's going to be this huge event with all this extra stuff going on.
So there will be information that
There'll be information to be shared,
convey or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, there's also involvement of, and we can talk about all this stuff. There's involvement of something called the Seat Center. It's basically an organization which gives kind of underprivileged people who kind of had to fail out of high school a chance to get a GED, and then they learn a trade. And I know the guy who's associated with that, and he wanted to come represent his thing, and they're going to be donating drop-and-go catering for, I think 15 people or something like that. So they'll do a dinner when somebody can bid on that, and they'll do catering for that. So that's something they're donating. So we kind of need some of this information communicated to the audience, so it represents the makers' brands really well, in a way that is generated by somebody who's like a well-known community leader. And we were like, I know a certain guy wearing an orange hat who could do that.
Yeah,
and then I asked you, and you were like, yeah.
Yeah, I said yeah immediately, didn't I?
Without even knowing what you were going to do.
I still, up until like just now, I didn't even know what I was going to do.
Yeah, that's the attitude,
Like,
man.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, whatever you need. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can do that. I can convey information, and if there's raffles and all that shit.
There is.
I can
We got
command,
so
I
many
can
people
command
doing
attention.
crazy stuff.
Yeah. So the date. This was the 19th.
Yep,
Yeah.
April 19th.
Because I have another one on the 20th, which is a weed show. It's like the opposite of a
Weed show on
lymphoma
420.
It's like
It's a benefit show.
like, it's a I don't think they do it like a benefit for weed. Like,
Everybody benefits
Not-
from the weed.
Everyone benefits
Yeah.
from a weed show.
Yeah, but that one's on 420, and it's funny to me that 420 is on like Easter and 420 this year. Like that,
Wow.
hilarious.
That's
But
what
this
Jesus
one
would've
is on
wanted.
419,
He is risen.
and it's at Empire Live.
Yeah.
So, what time is it? An all day thing, an evening thing?
No, so doors are at 6. Probably start
Okay.
music at 7, and we're gonna have a bunch of makers there representing stuff. And we're gonna have some like representation of their stuff in the back. So essentially, the way this all shook out is we were looking for a way to generate some extra money for the show that we can donate in addition to just the door, which should add up to a lot. We got a lot of people interested, but also we just thought it'd be cool if people could donate things and then represent their company. For example, the guy from Adirondack Packs is associated. He makes these bags, and he's a very close friend of mine. And then he sells these like handmade bags. So he's going to donate some stuff. My wife, who makes hats out of like sustainable materials with her company called Wonder and Grace, is going to donate some hats. One Hope, which is a division of the American Cancer Society, and they make wine and like champagne and stuff. They're donating 30 bottles of wine and stuff like that, each of which is worth at least $20. So you get a raffle for $20, which is just kind of separate from the silent auction. It's a different thing. You pay $20 and you'll definitely get at least $20 worth of wine, but you might get a bottle of wine that's worth like $100.
All right.
So they're donating that, and all the money goes to
And
cancer.
every bit of it goes.
Yeah, dude, I can't express how much like the more me and Aaron and the guys from ERIE have had ideas for this, Empire has just greenlit everything, including us like raffling away alcohol, to where like it's kind of amazing. Everyone's just been so excited about like contributing to this thing, and they get to meet people,
And they have the space, and for anybody who hasn't been in Empire Underground, they have the space in there to have tables and vendors and people set up and not really impede on any band space, whatever.
Yeah, it's
fucking
gonna be
huge in
loud
there.
back there, and a lot
Hell
of people
yeah.
moving around dancing and stuff. But hey, like these are like local makers who get to make cool shit, and they just want to engage with people,
Yeah.
So it works out for them as well.
And it's good for them to, because if someone's stepping up and joining for a good cause, like you can kind of assume that other people that are there, other vendors, other makers, are kind of good people as well. So like
Yeah,
they'll
absolutely.
meet even if they're not in the same thing. There's always components where just knowing people in the community that are
That's what it's truly
willing
like,
to
isn't
help.
it?
Yeah,
It's like the internet, but in real life.
right.
Yeah,
And better.
it's a product that actually exists. You could say.
Yes, it's true. Yeah,
It was like that. What was that? There was that Chappelle skit where it was like the internet in real life, where he's like walking through the mall, and like people would just come up, and that would be like the ads. They'd be like, "Hey, blah, 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 blah."
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, but the good stuff.
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Networking event. I mean, you three all know me. Like getting to know people and building a community, and that's what moves everything, because if
Yeah.
you're trying to do shit on your own, or you're trying to steamroll other people to do things, it's never gonna work. So like,
Yeah, you've actually always had the philosophy, and I think you said in the first episode we ever did with you was it's like you've always been a real rising tide raises all ships kind of dude.
yeah,
Remember that?
yeah. Well, that was actually Mikey Bache that said that that quote. That was
Whatever.
on episode 1. But good memory. Good memory. But yeah, that was episode 1. Mikey said that. But we were sharing the philosophy
Yeah, there you go.
that if I like to go back to that movie Singles. Did anybody see that movie Singles? It was like Eddie Vedder's character was.
Wow, did he
was-
speak in all syllables?
Was
like
in
he
there?
Like he
No,
sings?
but the first line that he had in the movie, it was the same thing, and he says because like the review was basically shitty for the whole band, but that the lead singer was really good, and Eddie Vedder was the lead singer, and he says a compliment for me is a compliment for you. To
There
the
you go.
band. And I used to always say that to like, hey, they said something good about one of us, like
Yeah, man.
it's got to count for something. So everybody's going to be there. The makers are going to be there. It opens at 6. Who's playing?
Okay, yeah.
I don't think
so
we've talked about that, have we?
we have. I picked my favorite bands to play on this, man. Like people who were really like good acts, who were super professional, can really get after it and promote like it's their career, man. So we got the Snorts opening it up, which is gonna be awesome with Aaron. And then we have ERIE, who I wanted to play with you guys for forever. We've never played a show together.
I know it's we just get busy.
That's what it's like, man.
Well, I'm sure everybody knows this. Like you start booking, like right now, like you're booking for November.
I
So
know.
you have to.
Wait, you
plan
guys
so
are
far
booking into November?
You get what like I'm exaggerating a little bit. Like you're always
No, I
further
know.
6 to
ahead.
12 months.
Yeah.
I do.
That was just some self-depreciating humor.
It's fine.
People still come to your shows, bro. You get bad
Yeah.
gigs.
Yeah.
You get good shows and you're fun to watch play. So don't
Yeah,
be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, it's what I do. It's more fun.
I know.
I mean, this is our first time playing with you guys. So
it'll be all
we're
our first times together. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a really good show.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you guys meet today?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
wild.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
I'll-
you know what it's like? Okay, so this is the Albany scene. There's like gotta be over 100 bands in Albany. Some of them
Definitely, because we've played with, like, Ryan in our band keeps track of how many different bands we played with. We've played with 70 different
Wow.
bands.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
And we haven't played with,
that
so
adds
there's
up.
got to be hundreds.
And just Albany. So
Well, how many episodes are you on, anyways?
Like 270-ish.
are most of
minimum.
those Albany area? It's 518
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, 518. But that's just regular episodes. I have the Weekend Spotlight episodes, too.
Right.
So, like,
it's just-
total episodes, I'm well over 300.
it's a lot of acts.
Man, I remember when you started this podcast. You were like, I have a crazy idea. It's probably not going to work.
I know. I
Do you
didn't
remember
think. I do remember that, and I didn't think it was going to work. And then, here we are.
I mean, it's a good problem to have, isn't it? You've got
It
literally hundreds of bands in
Yeah.
in one area.
And like that's the thing is I don't have to do any outreach.
Right.
Like I don't have, sometimes I will, like if a band comes on my radar like that, Arrow Through Me.
Yeah.
Like they weren't on my radar, like I had not heard of them and I saw them play live and I was like, holy fuck, they're really good. And then I reached out, was like, hey, would like to have you on the show.
Yep.
But for the most part, I'll get someone will just send me a DM. Hey, I would like to be on the show. Sure, come on.
I mean, we were talking about community earlier and like all the cool shit that's happening for not only this show and then talking about, hundreds of bands in the Albany area. I keep thinking every time that we play a show, I'm always like, this shit is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that we can go and play our music
Anywhere.
anywhere.
Right.
Right. So like that, just having people show up and say, cool, like, yeah, get up there and do your thing. And then to have other people who aren't musicians around and then like the end of it going, oh, by the way, we're going to donate all this money to like a really good cause.
Right.
Yeah.
That to me is like the most badass thing that you could do with your art or do with, what you're doing out there, build a community and then do something good for
and
that.
again, just knowing that everybody there is there for a righteous reason, and like doing a good thing and while putting on a fucking show. Let's go.
Yeah, this show's gonna go super hard, man. Like I was able to pick these bands because it's like these are super tight, big stage presence, crazy bands. The first time I saw ERIE was actually with your band. It was a Halloween show.
Were we dressed up as
Great
Ghostbusters?
Flash.
Yeah, you were dressed up as Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
What
were you?
We were
my outfit's right.
Average Joes.
From Dodgeball.
Dodgeball, yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy
Nice.
show, man.
Yeah.
I remember that show. Yeah, I have. I
That's
probably
when I
have
met
that
Erie.
fly. I almost certainly have that flyer somewhere. I keep a lot of flyers.
Yeah, but yeah, there's just like the choice of bands was like very specific, and I was like, these are my first choices, and I ended up getting them. So we're gonna have like really great music, and people were releasing stuff around then too. You just released your album.
Yeah, on the 21st of February, so.
And it slaps. Like I listened to it on the way up here.
I appreciate
really
it.
good.
I enjoy it quite a bit. It's very proud of it. We really worked hard on it.
And that's the highs, the lows, and everything in between for those that don't recognize the sultry voice of Chad Fluelling of the band.
and I mean this as a as a massive compliment. Like the album and your guys' music in general reminds me of like if the Mountain Goats discovered distortion. They were like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh wow!
Like that
Man.
to me, I was like, yep, there we go.
Let's go.
That's where it is.
That's solid. That's
Yeah.
a solid. Like,
That's-
You know what they
that's
say
huge.
about the mountain goats is if a girl's super into the mountain goats, she's gonna ruin your life. I wonder what if a girl's really into Erie? Will she ruin your life?
no, because there's distortion in it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Different.
So
It's
it's
Sounds
fine,
super
yeah.
healthy.
Everything's so much better.
Everything's better. It's got distortion in it, but it is really good. But yeah, actually, there's a bunch of people in town, and one that I don't even think like personally that had said, "Oh, I've been listening to that Erie album over and over. It's so good." It's like,
Yeah, that's cool.
So-
I appreciate it.
people love that. People love that
produced
shit.
Alec Lewis produced it and then is now playing guitar for us.
Oh, is he playing guitar for you guys now?
Yes.
Hell yeah. What's up, Alec? If you're listening, hell yeah.
Yep.
He won't be.
He might be.
Oh, all right. Well,
Maybe if we tell him. Maybe if we tell him we talked about him.
I'll,
And we
I'll
won't
skip
tell him
forward.
if it's in a
ping him
good
in the
way or
chat.
bad.
Hey, you got to listen to this when we talk about you.
Yeah, but don't say in a good way or bad. Just be like,
Yeah, just that we
yeah.
talked.
There's
Your name is mentioned.
your name is brought up a couple of times. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're not gonna say whether it was positive or negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got people releasing music around that. We're releasing a single. It's our last single we're going to release before our record, the day before on 4/18.
Oh wow.
And that helped us get extra promotion for the show also on like radio stations. Because radio stations are pretty happy to play your single. Like EQX and WEXT, WABY. They were like pretty psyched to just like play music before you release it. 'Cause that's like a fun thing for them.
Yeah.
And I was like, could you mention this show? And they were like, yeah. So like the homies were tight with from like radio stations like Ralph Reyna, and those people have also been like super supportive of it. It's amazing what you can do when you just like, oh, we're gonna do a thing for cancer. People are like, cancer? Yeah, cancer sucks. Let's do a crazy thing.
Right.
Everybody's touched by it. So
I was just
Right.
gonna say like there's nobody like you can't, especially at my age, like there's nobody who is not affected by it.
Right.
Like that like that would be a unicorn to be like, oh yeah, I don't know anybody that's ever been affected. So that's why it's so good. I think it'd be
Yeah, we were happy
great.
to be able to have the amount of free. We were only gonna do it if we had the amount of freedom we have, and now that we have it, we can go really crazy with it. The visionary of the year this year is actually a friend of mine. Her name is Erika. She works for Regeneron. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys this.
okay.
This is crazy. This is very exciting.
Breaking-
Regeneron's going to
breaking news.
match everything we raise for this show.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Crap, dude.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
Wow.
we can like really get it going here. I should have said that earlier.
Yeah, you probably should have mentioned
There's
that.
so
You
many
probably should have
pieces.
You probably should have led with that.
You should have led with that before the Alec
Yeah,
Lewis.
'cause
Well,
conversation.
I was all excited about getting my friends. Yeah,
I know, but we're like 20 minutes in. Like,
Yeah, we're 18
You gotta get
minutes
you
and
gotta get
45
into the
seconds
episode
in,
to hear
Yeah.
everything.
You got to get deep to get this. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you do. You push it.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it every once in a while. Just add like a wait for it tag. Wait for it. Wait for it. Some information is coming. Be
But
great.
yeah. So like the door is all going to cancer, and then everything from the silent auction. I should probably mention a couple of the people on the silent auction stuff
Yeah.
who have donated stuff.
Do it. That's why we're here.
And we're welcome to get more makers. If like makers listening to this, like you make a cool piece of art, or you make jewelry, or you make whatever, like you can donate a thing, and you can come to the show and represent your brand and be like, this is what I make. I'm just trying to meet people. I'm trying to get people interested in my company because they know this as well as we do. They live in a different universe than like Aaron, Chad, and I, and you, Andy, but it's like a similar thing, and that they know that they have to meet people, and they have to engage, and they have to have a story, and they have to like meet cool people and attract people to their thing.
Right.
So this is a very good thing for them too.
Yeah, and this episode is coming out like just a couple days from when we record it, so there's still plenty of time. Like if you're listening to this, there's plenty of time before 419, right? So I mean,
Yeah, that's
if
true.
someone reached out to you now, as you're listening to the episode, the second it drops.
Man.
Would you want them to reach out to you directly, or
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
They can DM Man Must Explore Band or on Instagram or email manmustexplore.band@gmail.com. And, I answer that like 30 times a day, so I'll get to them. But yeah, we've got so Adirondack Pat his name is Pat Catalano, and I was busking at the J Street Market just for fun. And we became friends because he actually runs J Street Market in Schenectady.
Oh wow.
And there's a ton of makers there who are like gonna be involved with stuff. Wonder and Grace will donate like some like fiber art stuff, hats, things like that. Mike Valeni actually from Empire. Okay, so shout out to Mike because I called him after I'd already asked all these people to do this, and I was like, "Hey, Mike, I hopefully say yes to this. Full disclosure, I've already done it. Can we have a silent auction where people bid on things and then donate the money?" And he's like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. And I have a whiskey company, and I'll donate stuff to your thing. I'll donate a package of whiskey for brick by brick.
Let's go.
Nice.
So he's been such a baller.
Picked the wrong time to quit drinking, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you just on a break, or you're done with it?
No, I'm done with it. Yeah.
I remember you did a break.
I did.
last
I did
year.
a couple of breaks. I did a couple of like 3-month like breaks or whatever. But yeah, it'll be a year in May.
Wow, good for you,
I'm
man.
Congratulations.
I'm just done with
That
it.
rocks.
I felt
I do
like-
2 a week. I've done that since Halloween of 2023.
Do 2 what a week?
2 drinks a week.
Oh, 2 drinks. I thought
Yeah.
I thought you were like, I take 2 breaks
2
a week.
breaks a week.
I'm just steady drinking except for till Wednesday, and then I got to take a break
Getting
until
sober is easy, man. I've done it 30 times.
That's 100% what I thought you meant. Like, yeah, I take 2 breaks a week. Like, I don't
Yeah.
drink on Tuesday and Thursday.
This episode doesn't get released. It goes right to Ryan. We're like, this is actually sorry.
This is actually an intervention.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Sorry,
All
we
right.
got some people
You guys
coming
got
in.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna start recording now. Now that we can tell Ryan in ways that he's disappointed us.
I've let you guys down. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
no
cool,
real
man.
reason. I just got like bored with it, I guess you could say. Like
Yeah.
the buzzed feeling just like started not feeling fun, I guess, if that makes sense. I was like, I don't really like this. I'm gonna stop. Plus weed is like legal. And
That's what I was gonna ask you. Are you still hitting the weed?
oh yeah.
I like that a lot,
yeah,
too.
big time. Yep.
It's a good time.
Yep, it is a good time. I don't know if you noticed the jar behind me. It's like a fucking 10
Oh, there you go.
the 10-gallon jar of weed.
Yeah. Bob Marley says alcohol just make you drunk.
Oh wait, that's not even
the
the
weed
big
make
one.
you
That's the
meditate.
small one. Yeah.
And I respect that. So
Yeah. So yeah, I just stick with the California sober. It's what the kids would say.
the next shortwave single, California Sober.
Right? No.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, we
not.
got some makers involved with the show, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. I might be forgetting some, but we'll be posting about them and do all kinds of stuff. So Erika, and Madison from Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, Pat, Mike, all the makers who are donating stuff to contribute. One Hope, and Pat Corrigan from the Seat Center. Oh, I should mention that. So the Seat Center, I had briefly said,
Yeah.
is this thing that gives people like a second chance to get a GED in a trade. That's a really cool organization because they'll take people who like either had like some violence or some like criminal thing going on, or otherwise dropped out of high school, and they can either learn film, and it's kind of like who they get to volunteer their time and be able to teach these trades. So one of them is film, which is really interesting, and they'll do music videos for bands, by the way, for pretty inexpensive. So that's some cool thing to think about. And the people who listen to this podcast might be interested in that. And they also do like food service, and they're going to donate to the show on 419. a drop and go catering for 15 people. So you can have like an event and you can just bid whatever on this thing and then get catering for that. And the food's crazy. I had them cater my wedding.
Oh, congratulations! No, wait, I have seen you since then, haven't I? Yes.
I don't know.
I think
We
I
teach
have.
it pretty often. But yeah, I'm married. And
But yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you, man. And my wife.
I'll
is
say
donating stuff.
congratulations again, but I have seen you since then.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, and that's kind of a cool thing Seat Center does. So they'll come and like have representation. And anybody who does who donates stuff, we're gonna have signage and like banners and stuff that list all of the companies who have donated stuff. So I do need to know like probably 2 weeks before the maybe like a week before the show I can get that done. So if you tell me by the end of the first week of April that you want to donate something, I'll have your company's name on signs that say it's like you contributed to the show. So we can make that happen too.
And you brought me tickets. You brought
Yeah.
me 2 tickets, but I'm
You're the
confident.
host, man.
I'm confidently saying that as the MC, I am not going to need the tickets.
I don't want you to deal with anything, man.
So,
your orange hat.
I think we should
enough.
probably should we give the tickets? Like I
Yeah,
could
let's
give
do
the
it.
tickets away on like social media or something.
That'd be awesome.
That'd
Yeah,
be great.
Yeah, we'll do it after the episode comes out. So the episode will come out on Friday, and maybe midday Friday or whatever, or Friday evening or Friday afternoon. I'll do a little quick
Yeah, that would be sick.
figure something out.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Give some tickets away.
Ooh,
Fuck
great
yeah.
idea, man.
And that wasn't. I know that sounded like it was like planned. Like I literally was just like, oh wait, there's tickets
That's a
here.
good idea,
I can give them away. So I'll have to fucking figure out the details, but
Yeah, there you go.
it'll be good.
The magic number is 47.
Oh, okay. And then
That's how you win.
perfect.
There we go.
The
I've never heard of that, man.
first person.
47
Yeah.
is like a weird number that there's like cults dedicated to.
It was
Yeah.
42.
No,
I did
no,
not know
no.
that.
What
I'm sorry if
what
that's
I'm
true.
gonna do? What
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna,
is though.
No, what I'm gonna do is like that. Seriously, maybe I'll do that. Is I'll be like, you gotta go listen to the episode, and say what the fucking magic number Chad says.
Ooh,
the
perfect.
very first person to DM me the correct answer gets the tickets.
Oh, brilliant
Boom.
idea. That's
Boom.
killer.
That's how I'm doing it.
Gotta be so
Yeah.
Yeah, that rocks.
Fuck yeah. All right. What else?
Let's see. If I cover everything, we're doing the silent auction. We're doing the wine raffle. We're getting stuff donated from Brick by Brick, Wonder and Grace, Adirondack Packs. Any other makers want to be involved with it? Seat Center. Rory Graham was super cool enough to write us a really cool article in Metroland describing the show. All these radio stations have been so like generous with their time. And Mike's actually talking about it right now on Ralph Rayna's show for WABY. And yeah, we're super grateful to the response from the community for this thing. And we're just looking forward to putting together a great show. It's the only show my band is doing that is in Albany of our spring tour. We're doing one Albany show. That's it. And we just want to put all of our energy into making this one crazy. So this is where we're at, man. We're just grateful to everybody for putting their energy and vulnerability and their project into it.
Anything anybody wants to add?
We're just really excited to be a part of this and very honored to be asked, and can't wait to just get down and rip. And
Yeah, man, you guys were some of my first choices, Snorts and ERIE. I was like, fuck
This is
yeah,
gonna
it's
be
gonna
fun.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're also super. I mean, I echo you, Chad. We're very excited for it, and just an opportunity to play with these guys. Both Man Must Explore and ERIE is going to be fantastic. And then the icing on the cake, Andy's hosting. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just going to be a fun night.
It is going to
And
be a fun night.
yeah, everybody should come out. And it's for a good cause.
Hell yeah. I'll be all ripped on weed sodas.
There you go.
Dude, I had a bunch of those in New Orleans. Those are crazy.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of them in my refrigerator right now. Yeah, they are crazy.
they're pretty great.
They're really great. Like, I've heard people talking shit about them, being like, they don't really affect me. I'm like, oh, yes, they do.
Yeah, they affect me. Me and my wife got
Yeah.
trashed on them in New Orleans. That was great.
Yeah, I love them.
Yep.
And, I wake up the next morning feeling fucking fantastic.
Normal.
Yeah, like normal.
Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Regeneron. Thank you for matching everything
Yeah,
we're doing.
that's fucking crazy.
That
That's
is super
wild.
insane.
They're cool.
Levi actually works there.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
does he really?
That's
Nice.
crazy. That would have been a great,
shit.
yeah. We did
Yeah.
it through
A nice
our
tie-in,
visionary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, I guess if there's nothing else, I mean, we got a solid 30 minutes out of that. That was good.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Cool. So Chad Flewelling of ERIE, Ryan Treen of Man Must Explore, Aaron Stogert of the Snorts, I'll getting together and doing this fucking fantastic event, and I'll be emceeing and silent auctioning and dancing. I'll be doing some. No, I won't be doing any of that. But anyway, we'll see you there at Empire Underground, April 19th, and I look forward to giving away those tickets. It'll be fucking nice.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having
Andy.
us. Appreciate it.
Unsigned518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you would like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening. Or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.